Oceans have always been a mystery to mankind. In reality, it took so many years for people to know the boundaries of the oceans. Would you believe me if I told you that our world as we know it has mysterious regions where planes and ships go missing? And this place has been around here for so many years that everyone knows it. The Bermuda Triangle. Before we could go any further, please subscribe to the channel and switch on the notification bell to stay tuned. Many incidents were related to the Bermuda Triangle. In 1918, US Navy's Cyclops with a crew of 309 went missing without a trace after departing from Barbados. According to Legion magazine, in April 1962, the leader of Flight 19 had been heard saying they were entering whitewater, which he then corrected to Luke Green. He said he felt something was wrong just before the radio signals were lost. Not knowing how to justify the same magazine mentioned, the Navy board stated the planes flew off to Mars. This mysterious section in the north of Atlantic Ocean is roughly bounded by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. Over the years, more than 50 ships and 20 airplanes were assumed to have been lost here. This mystery for nearly 70 years attracted a lot of attention as many investigated and tried to explain the unsolved events, which technically mixed up mythical and true facts. Here, we are going to sort them out for good. Myths. The myths about the Bermuda Triangle came from the exaggeration made in the first place. The Devil's Triangle, relative to its name, is believed to be the mouth of some sea creatures large enough to gobble up objects within its range. At this spot, we can imagine these creatures as fictional characters like Godzilla and Kraken. The myths say that all the lost ships and planes can be found in the stomach of the so-called devil. Such a myth was absorbed into a few fictional films, such as Percy Jackson. Apart from that, the mysterious area in the Atlantic Ocean is also mythically described as a portal connecting to another realm or even another dimension. People have wrongly hooked up this myth with incidents where a plane went missing and returned a few days later. Actually, these two events had no connection at all. Here, the disappeared objects are believed to have ended up in a place where they are trapped with no way of return. In the meantime, there's another myth related to the Bermuda Triangle which states that it's part of the lost city of Atlantis. Somehow, thoughts of the Atlantis location in the Atlantic Ocean have greatly supported this myth. So, the sudden disappearances are caused by some magnetic technology found in the lost city. You see, this is definitely a myth because if such magnetizing object exists, we would have known it in the first place. Besides, some sources also created rumors that the lost objects were extracted by UFOs. So, technically, this mythical region is suggested to be a spot where the aliens' spaceships land. Facts and possibilities. A primary reason to why many ships disappear there is because it's close to so many ports. So the traffic at these waters is quite heavy. Thus, the accidents can be more frequent. On top of everything, compass malfunctions can be a justification as well. During long travel at sea, equipment failure can happen very often. So once someone loses access to compass, they become blind towards their destination. Most records mention ships and planes departing, but sometimes late arrivals are not recorded. That can be the case after all. Instead of that, Gulf Stream is a phenomenon which may be the reason for the disappearing objects in the Bermuda Triangle. Gulf Stream is a major surface current, primarily driven by thermohaline circulation. Violent weather plays a huge role to justify the unsolved mystery. Practically, we can assume that some of the ships and planes could have stuck in a storm like hurricane. These objects will end up sinking or stranded up on anonymous islands as the crew will be possibly dead. These stated facts are just an approach to view this mystery of Bermuda Triangle logically. Until now, scientists are unable to solve this mystery with convincing evidence. A 2013 study by Worldwide Fund for Nature identified the world's 10 most dangerous waters for shipping, but Bermuda Triangle was not one of them. In fact, the frequency of mysterious disappearances at Bermuda Triangle is no greater than in any other large, well-traveled area of the ocean. Perhaps it was the media which made it a hype after all. So, like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel. We'll meet again with more interesting contents from Quantum Vimana.